backwater. The body count is enormous, remorseless. Eliminate all informants. Engage in war, kick down the door, hit the floor. Warlords like Africa's torn rebel forces. Spark revolutions with shootings, what they doing. And they moving as a unit through these dark days. Sparks blazing, this bloodshed.
Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Got a bit of a different one for you folks today, and I just think that as 2015 approaches, it's going to be a different year reviewing for me. I'm definitely still going to do niche. There's no doubt about that. That probably two videos, 2 reviews a month will be niche. But I'd also like to do 1 or 2 a month that are designers and cheapies, just because niche is obviously very expensive, not just for my audience, but for me. And so, I want to make sure that I get some other fragrances reviewed, some that more people can afford, and just explore what's out there in the designer and discount world a lot more myself too. So, don't freak out if you love my niche reviews, because we're definitely still going to be doing at least 50% niche, but I want to try some other stuff as well, and we'll see how it goes with that sort of stuff. So we got a different one for you guys today. This is a fairly newer scent from Body Shop, and it's called Red Musk, and it looks like they're making a pretty big push with this scent. They're billing it as a very serious fragrance in their lineup, and hey, it was enough to get me to blind buy it, so I'm going to let you folks know whether or not I think it's worth your money. This is my 3rd fragrance from the Body Shop. I also own a scent from them called Arbor, and I own one from them called White Musk, and I think they're both really good scents. Body Shop does a pretty good job at doing very safe and basic scents for a pretty small amount of money, and it's hard as a fragrance fan to ask for more than that. But before we talk about Red Musk, let's talk about the Body Shop for those of you who might not know what Body Shop is. This house was started in 1976 by the late Anita Roddick, and what happened is she was from the UK, and she took a trip to Berkeley in California, and she went to a store out there called the Body Shop, and she was blown away because all the soaps and lotions that they sold were natural and handmade. So she was really impressed. She returned to the UK and she tried her own spin on that. She opened a Body Shop out there, and it did really well. And year after year, the company doubled and doubled in size. And in 1984, she took her company public, and in 1989, she did purchase the Body Shop name from a company in the United States that was called the Body Shop, and a company that was in Israel called the Body Shop, and she unified the brand under her ownership. The early emphasis of the brand was on natural-made, fair trade products. In the 1990s, they took a huge stand against animal testing, which I really appreciate. I'm a big animal lover. And they also took a stab at trying to be a green organization, and they're sort of really into empowering women and women's rights and working on self-esteem. So, they're a very socially conscious company. As of today, they have about 2,500 stores in 60 countries worldwide. They were sold to L'Oreal in 2007, and fragrance has really always been a big piece of the Body Shop. They have 84 fragrances in their lineup. Not all are obviously available now. They sort of retire ones and then move new ones in. But the first fragrance that they ever released came out in 1995, and the latest is this one, which dropped in 2014. And they've worked with some really big names in the industry, and Filippo, Dominique Ropion. So they've brought in some pretty big talent to do some of their fragrances. As far as my interest in the house goes, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of their men's grooming line products. I think they're okay, nothing crazy about. I really do like their Maca Root Shaving Cream, but for me, it was Katie Puckrick video. She talked about White Musk that piqued my interest in their fragrances, and so that was the first that I purchased, and I really like it, White Musk for Men, but my only knock on it is the staying power, which I do find to be fleeting. So I was hoping that they would do an EDP concentration with a bit more power that would give you a little bit of a better performance. Now, as I mentioned before, Red Musk is a 2014 release. The perfume on this is Gina Gershon, and she's fairly well known. She did Presence for Mont Blanc, very good scent, and she did Tinoke for Odin. So she's not a neophyte when it comes to fragrance creation. Red Musk is an EDP concentration, and the notes on this are pepper at the top, cinnamon in the middle, and tobacco and musk in the base. You can get these in 3 different formats, or I think 4 different formats actually. Yeah, 4 different formats. 3 formats, I'm sorry. A 1 ounce of perfume oil will run you $24. A 60 ml of the EDP with no box will run you $37, or 100 ml of EDP with box, which is what I have here, will run you $45. And as far as presentation goes, I really dig it. It's a nice cardboard box that says Red Musk, Eau de Parfum, 100 ml. You have a batch code stamped on the bottom, some information on the back, and of course it says packaging from responsible sources. Again, this is a conscious company, and then you pull the top off and your fragrance can sit inside there. So I really, man, I really do enjoy this presentation. I think that they did a great job with the box, and I really like the bottle as well. It's pretty heavy glass. It sort of a little bit reminds me of the Fahrenheit bottle, as the glass sort of lightens from red to almost a yellow orangish color. Not a heavy cap. It's plastic, and it's not too impressive, but it's got a great sprayer, and I think the bottle just looks nice. And again, it does sort of look like a Fahrenheit bottle in a way, but hey, you're gonna copy from the best, and I don't think they're trying to copy here. I just think that this is probably coincidental. So what do I think of this fragrance? Well, for me, guys, this was a blind buy. I trusted the notes in the tagline. They were saying in the description, this ain't a girly musk. There are no flowers in the composition, so the notes looked great for me. And I was sort of expecting like a spicy cola or like Dr. Peppery scent, almost like a Magnetism by Escada or a Mandarina Duck Pure Black. That was my expectation. And the first thing I'll say about this musk, just get this out of the way, is if you like animalic musks, like hardcore heavy duty musks, you probably want to stay away from Body Shop musk, because it is not animalic at all. It's the complete opposite of Kiehl's musk. This is a very clean and restrained musk. So let's just get that out of the way. But as far as this being a spicy, Coca-Cola Dr. Pepper fragrance, to me, it's not. It's just not that. What it is a very nice and safe musk scent. It opens up with just an insinuation of pepper and cinnamon, and they're both very dry, and they're both very slight. And the reason why I think those notes are so restrained is because this fragrance is primarily, like white musk, about the musk. And it seems like the type of musk they use here is the type of musk they use in the aforementioned scent, white musk. So these fragrances are very closely related. I'd say they're closer than cousins. They're brothers. The main difference, I would say, is that white musk is a wispy barbershop cleanliness. That's not as prominent at red musk. Red musk is more about the musk being accentuated by spice. Now, for me, the tobacco never shows up anywhere in this. As the fragrance starts to dry down, it doesn't really evolve as much as it sort of simplifies, and the musk continues to push through the spice. So if you're looking for spice in this one, it's very faint, and it's pretty easy to overlook. And I think that the Body Shop played it too safe here. I think that they could have made this scent bold and brash by dialing up the warming spices and really pushing the tobacco. And to me, it's that not doing that is to this fragrance's detriment. They didn't take that direction with this fragrance because they were very close to making an excellent fragrance instead of a pretty good fragrance. Performance for me on this one is just okay. It's not what you would expect for an EDP, but perhaps what you would expect from a $50 EDP from Body Shop. It's very much a skin scent for me after about 2 hours, but the longevity is pretty good, and I've been getting about 8 hours of longevity. I think this is a true unisex scent, and either sex should be very comfortable wearing this. Occasion-wise, I think this is a great night out scent and a great romantic scent. You know, if you want women to get close to you, you know, this is a good scent for that. Musk is a sexy note in general, and what I like about the Body Shop's Musk are that they do retain the cleanliness that makes them very attractive. I think this scent is better for colder weather, and the White Musk is better for warmer weather. So, in rating this scent, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. And I know it didn't sound like in my review that I would give this a high score, but I'll tell you how I got there. First of all, I really like the presentation on this. I think they did a great job on it. The box and bottle are both very nice, and I also think this does really well because it's a very wallet-friendly fragrance, and I think a lot of different types of people can wear this fragrance. It's safe. And I think it's going to have a pretty wide appeal. This will be a scent that's really easy for the Body Shop employees to sell because there's a sexiness to it, and men and women can both wear this. But this is a sort of scent I think that you guys really need to try and decide whether it's something you want. I think it's a pretty safe blind buy, but if you like musky scent, you just have to keep in mind that this one is not animalic. It's a very low-key and safe one, but I do plan on getting some good wear out of this. I could totally see this being my sort of lounge around the house scent when the colder weather starts to get here. I think it's really nice for fall, and I think they did a good job with this. Again, not blown away, but at $50 for an EDP 100 ml with a decent presentation, and you smell pretty good, yeah, you're going to get an 8 out of 10 from me. I think that's just fair. So hope you enjoyed this, guys. You know what it is, 3 videos a week. Got lots of great reviews coming up. More quick takes, more sample shopping, more how a gentleman should. You know how I do. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you'll enjoy this change of pace to sort of getting some cheapies and more designer scents in here. And I'll see you guys again real soon.
Corruption, high life, train hikes, plane flights, forged name, war games and gunfights, bad company, city streets to living comfortably, big dreams, live it up, to them boys come for me, big city corruption, high life, train hikes, plane flights,